Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So looking at Angry Dynamite Labs, something I've covered before. It is one of these, one of the things actually I like. It's very blockchain. It's not quite clear what the game is. It's going to be very bottom up. They're creating these sort of what I call sort of primitive NFTs. So at the moment there's going to be 4 different elements of these dinosaurs. The fire dinosaurs, the fire dinos and the water dinos have been released on Ethereum. You can buy them. There was minting processes. Now they're just available in secondary markets like OpenSea. We have 2 more to go on the creation of the dinos. But what's been going on is basically these elemental resources have been created. So fire dinos give you fire, water dinos give you water. And then I'm a bit late to this, but over the new year they did these RAW boxes, or RAWR boxes, I suppose. So if you own some of these Dino NFTs, you've got some RAW boxes. Unfortunately, I'm a bit late to this video because I was just sort of like going through it, didn't really realise what was going on, so I didn't start the video for this. But anyway, I had some boxes, and they are you basically open those boxes, you're effectively sort of burning them, and you get some more material and some more resources. So you can see up here. These are different sorts of, I think this one was heat, this one was sort of a fire one. You can see this it's sort of variations of the elements that are already live. You notice these ones are on Polygon, so there is this slightly confusing thing where the Dino NFTs are on Ethereum, but they're using Polygon as their scaling L2. So you basically just have to sort of flip your MetaMask wallet between those 2 things. It's actually getting quite common, really. So we had these raw boxes, and so these were basically burnt, and these currency tokens sort of ended up here. So that's pretty cool. But then there was this other one, which is why I thought I'd do the video, is there's merchandise in there as well, and this is actually real merchandising. So one of the boxes I opened gave me some raw socks, and everyone likes socks in blockchain back from the day when Uniswap did its uni socks. So I've got a code here, but basically what you do is, it's kind of interesting, and we're starting to see this quite a lot with NFTs, is owning NFTs then give you some real world rewards. So if I go here, okay, and we go here, now this is their sort of merch site, their Shopify, so we can see here, this is their, this at the moment is a voucher shop. So I think this how this works is you're not quite sure if you can buy these without the voucher. It says only available with the voucher code. So I think at the moment they're sort of doing this thing where they've got limited amounts of these, and they're just using them for people who have the voucher codes from the NFTs. And if you do that, you get them for free. And then at some point they will unlock this, and if you really want to buy a pair of socks or a t-shirt, or maybe more likely a baseball cap, you can do that without the code and just spend the money on it. So it's sort of interesting that we are seeing sort of this with NFT projects where there is this for a certain, obviously they're controlling it because they know how many of these NFTs these reward NFTs they're minting, so they know there's only 10 bathrobes. But it is sort of, even if people aren't actually buying these or getting these things, it's for free. So you just sort of get the merch for free, which is obviously a cost to the project. They're paying for that effectively, but they're giving you something back. And again, that's sort of like a retention mechanic, that it's basically you're getting something, you feel like really good about the project. Everyone sort of does like merch. I'm not actually personally massively keen on merch, but people generally do like it. That's why it works. And we're seeing similar things. Obviously, lots of projects now have real world shops where you can just buy stuff. And it's very simple, obviously, if you're making stuff, getting stuff printed up, to give some of that away for free to your biggest fans, who are obviously the people holding your NFTs. And by allowing this, it also encourages people not to sell their NFTs, because if you sell your NFTs, then you're not part of the community and you don't get these sort of free merch things. And these are not, these are sort of nice, I think, because you're not constantly airdropping NFTs to people, new NFTs, which sort of in the end, I think, degrades the experience. If it degrades your sort of collection, because all you're doing is sort of giving out more and more stuff, which sort of has less and less utility. But this is obviously external to the NFTs themselves, because these are not digital, but people like physical stuff as well. And certainly if you're doing quite small amounts of these, people like that. And when you have meetups, obviously people can show off their status with their baseball caps and or their socks and sort of stuff. And it's sort of kind of, the socks thing is sort of funny as well. I think often there's sort of a funny thing going on there as well. So we can sort of do this. So let's. I've got the socks are mine, so I probably need small socks really, but there we go. So add it to my cart. Actually, I've already got one in my cart already, so I need to take that one out. Let's go to here. Right, do my socks. Okay, add to cart. View my cart. Check out. So I've got my discount code. There it is actually. So my discount code's there. I'm going to use that. So you can't you can't use that again. But we can see here that's that now. I'm not paying anything because the discount code makes that for free. So I just have to enter my details and remember the free shipping as well. So I get free shipping. So it's, you know, I wouldn't overplay this. It's not a massive thing. Obviously, it's a bit of a hassle for the developers to do it, but I think it is just one of those things where it's only going to be for you know, your sort of 10%, maybe 20% of your community who really care about these things. But it's just sort of adding extra things on it. It's sort of, you know, it is a cost, but it's not that big a cost really for some of these projects. And I think for those that are looking at the long term and thinking about these sort of things, these sort of slightly more complicated things that a lot of projects won't do are actually sort of good, because it differentiates you from a lot of these other projects where they haven't thought very much about the psychology of NFTs beyond just, you know, minting them and hoping the price goes up. Whereas this is showing the more sort of sophisticated view of marketing and building community, and it's obviously mainly around the NFTs. It's obviously the project has to be good in terms of what they're building as a game, which we've not really mentioned. You know, that's probably one for another video. But this is just sort of like a, you know, a bit of icing on the top for people to get a free pair of socks or a baseball cap. I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you again soon.